Take a look at that gem right there. It's one of these oversized baseball cards, but it's kind of bent in the corner a little bit. But still, people pay big bucks for them. Welcome back, fishing friends, to the worldwide headquarters of the Pinhook Fishing Club for another baseball video, continuing where we left off. All right. I know this is a fishing channel for the most part, but I do make some other videos. And, of course, it's baseball season. Shout out to my nephews that are playing baseball, travel ball all over the place now. And that is Jacob and Harrison. And they're having a good time. Their teammates, their buddies, are some good baseball players too. So a shout out to all of them, and hopefully they're winning games, which I know they are. All right. But anyway, let's get to it. So I had looked at this, pulled this out when we left, and I said I was going to do some research, which I did. Pulled up some stuff. So in this box, you've got some cool ones, like the Bo Jackson one where he's got the shoulder pads. And I don't know if I want to pull that out of here. So that one was pretty cool. See, the thing is I got fat fingers. And fat fingers don't always go well. You know what I mean? With trying to pull stuff out and look at it. Here's a Bo Jackson 596. There's like 3 of them in here. And they're and they all sell for pretty decent chunk of dough. The one card I'm looking for is number 697. But see, these are packed in here, and my fingers are so chubby. And from playing actually baseball for so many years, my fingers aren't always working like they should. Come on. See, I don't want to bend any corners, so I'm trying to just very carefully lift. Ooh. Careful. 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 There it is. Number 697, Bo. Okay. This one, I think just the basic card, if you got it, can go for anywhere from $15, and people can pay all the way up to $400 for it. Excuse me. So there it is right there. Impressive. Very impressive. Let's get these back in here. So, that card pretty much paid for this whole pack, and then some. If somebody were to buy it from me for $400, which I don't think they would, but you never know. I think I told you guys the story how I met Bo Jackson at a school event where he did like a motivational thing. We took our kids out there. Man, and his handshake just crushes your hand. He's a very nice guy. You know, he was appreciative that I knew about his career and all his stuff, but you could tell he was more there for the kids. But, you know, he knew I was a fan. Okay, before we get to this next box, some other cool things in here. You got like the Frank Thomas rookie card. You've got the Deion Sanders rookie card that can go like $1.50 to even up to like $40. You got Juan Gonzalez rookie card, like Mo Vaughn, Kurt Schilling, Bernie Williams. Let me see what else. Oh yeah, Robin Ventura, Tino Martinez, Omar Vizquel. I think Chuck Knobloch is in there too. And a lot of those cards will go for like 25, 30, even $40 depending on who it is. And then you have guys like Tony Gwynn that, for whatever reason, his card can go anywhere between 30 and 40. So I was doing some research on a couple of spots, checking that out. All right, let's take a look at this. 86, 87 Topps. These are the ones that really made a difference to me growing up. I just loved them, and I loved getting the gum in them. These are beat up and banged up because of how hang on, I gotta get my glasses. Old age. Just banged up and beat up from me looking at them and trading with my buddies. Those are the good old days where you could trade. I'd trade with my neighbors. I trade with my brother, not really trade. I mean, sometimes we would, but I'd trade with some of my good friends. Mainly my buddy James. James, he lived down the street from me. He's a big-time firefighter now over in Grand Prairie. Okay. So we have Dave Steeb. Brett Saberhagen. 86 All-Stars. I'm telling you guys, you can still smell the gum. Wade Boggs. See, some of these people, for whatever reason, they can go for a decent amount. Pedro Guerrero, who's one of my favorite players at one point. Ooh, Mike Schmidt. Chris Brown. Don't recall much of him. Dick Williams. All right. Now, there was some other card companies that were kind of like these in this style. I want to say OPG had this look to it. Manny Trio, Ted Simmons used to be a Cardinal. Bip Roberts. I love that name. There's my dad. Love to say Candy Maldonado because it's Candido in Spanish. Rich Bordy. A checklist. Kurt Bevacqua, Bob Stanley, Bannister. Anyway, Harold Reynolds, Tom Baylor, the Hawk, Andre Dawson. Ooh, Pirates leaders, Harold Baines. I got doubles, so if you want one, let me know. I like the Pirates when they had the hats like that. Pat Sheridan, Pete Vukovic, Glenn Wilson. Some of these guys, I just don't know anything about them. There's Brett Saberhagen. Didn't they call him George Taco Bell? I think was ESPN gave him that nickname, maybe. And I think when he was in Chicago, they played the Close Encounters of the Third Kind song when he came up to the plate or something. Cal Ripken, George Brett. I got to sneeze, guys. Some packing dust in here. Jeff Reardon. Hey, there's old Pedro Guerrero. Dale Murphy, used to like him quite a bit. Reggie Jackson. That card will be worth something. So will this one. Sandberg. Tim Wallach. I used to love the Expos, that helmet. Had one of their batting helmets. Those things are collector's items now. I don't know what I did with it. Ooh, no. We used to have an old store called Woolco. And Woolco would sell all that stuff. It was kind of like the predecessor to Walmart and all that kind of stuff. Wait a minute. Did you see that? Almost messed up the order here. Tim Wallach, Gene Ortiz, Dick Williams, okay, Piccolo, Tim Tuffle, Rangers leaders, ugh. Steve Garvey, oh, a checklist. Jim Dwyer, ooh, Bedrock Bedrosian, Mel Hall, Rudy Law. I kind of like how that White Sox label there is just plain old white. Red Sox, Kurt McCaskill for the Angels. Ooh, Lonnie Smith. Bruce Bochy. That's got to be worth something for sure. Jesse Barfield, Sid Breen. There he is when he's with the Pirates. Anyway, just taking a trip down memory lane. Tom Brunowski. Look how beat this one is, because he used to be a Cardinal, and I really like that. Yeah, I probably have a whole bunch of people that checked out of the not wanting to watch this video, but hey, man, I want to take a look at some of these. Uh-oh. What happened here? Holy cow. Oh my gosh, guys. This just goes on and on. Alright, we won't go through all of these. Bill Buckner. Kent Urbeck. Anyway, oops, I'm all knocking the camera all over the place. What's going on here? I know. Careful, careful. Alright, for this to work, I gotta have the camera angled one way. You guys are like, quit rocking the camera. Alright, and then I can reach over here and look at these. Okay, I got a piece of foam in there. And then I've got some 87 All-Stars. Lee Whitaker, George Taco Bell. So these 86 to 87. Man, can you smell the gum there? So this is a big year for me collecting the wood grain around the back. I have a lot of minis in that also. These are a little harder to separate. There's a Rick Sutcliffe, Bobby Valentine, Dave Rigetti, Roger Clemens. So the deal with this is I didn't check any rookies or anything rated in this group. So this was 86, 87 tops. Alright, let's get this out of the way. I can always go back and do a retro look at some of these if I need to. Alright, we're going to set that there. Ooh, these are heavy. 1990 Donruss Complete plus MVP. What? So I had the 1990 score. Oh yeah, I remember these with this kind of graffiti-ish sparkle or graffiti splash on the edges of it. Ooh. Alright. We'll pull a couple of these and run through just to look at them. Bo Jackson, right out of the gate. You know that's got to be worth something right there. Huh, they put him in backwards. Steve Sachs, Ruben Sierra, Ken Griffey Jr., Mickey Tettleton. So those are all right out of the gate. Let's take a look at these. Pat Combs, Scott Kuba, I remember him. Delino DeShields, rated rookie. Oh, these are all rated rookies. I didn't even see that. Some of them you don't know anything about them. Well, Pat Combs. Andy Bennis, Mark Gardner, Steve Avery, Brian DuBois, Greg Vaughn, Marquise Grissom, Fetters, Anthony, Juan Gonzalez. I think he had a bit of falling out with the Rangers. Ben McDonald. In his later years, Kent Magic Merker. I got to meet him one time outside of St. Louis in like 97 when he was there. Sandy Alomar Jr. There's Todd Zeile. I loved, everyone would call him Zeile. He was one of the great hopes of the Cardinals. And he's our, oh, look at Robin Ventura. Diamond Kings. Good old Tommy Herr. Chris Bosio. Willie Randolph. Joe McGrane, Smoltzy, keeps it all in. Look at that, Ken Griffey Jr. Holy cow. And Bo Jackson. Alright, so there we got those. Let me put these back in here. Alright, so I'll do some research, unless you know. Well, we already said some of the key rookies, but you know, some of the card companies didn't always have the same rookies as the other card companies, you know? 1990 Topps Complete. Holy cow, I didn't realize they had Score, Topps, and Donruss. Oh, you can smell the gum in here. Let's pull a couple of these out. Careful. I never really liked the olive green background, but now, look at Nolan Ryan's right out of the gate, the first one. But now I don't mind it so much. All these were kind of the cool, colorful backgrounds. David Cone, John Cangelosi. I'm all breathing heavy into the mic here. I'm sorry about that. It's my excitement. Yeah. There was always this argument, ooh, Barry Larkin's better than Ozzie Smith. Not even close. In terms of being the wizard and playing defense, I was like, whatever. Record breakers. Ooh, Ricky Henderson. Vince Coleman. Ooh. Nolan Ryan, 5,000 Ks. Look, there's a whole bunch of Nolan Ryans. Holy cow. I don't want to mess those up. Alright, so there we go. 1990 Topps. I can always do a backtrack video and see what else, anything else I need to talk about with those. Man, all these gems that I didn't even know I had. I don't have any sons, but I don't know, maybe my nephews will get them one day. All these cards. Let me get up here. we'll take a look at these and then we'll save the next batch. Assorted cards, Fleer tops, and something. Oh, look at that. How convenient. I put toilet paper in there. Oh, I remember these. This is where the other ones were. And these can be worth some money. I kept the Cardinals one and that other little deal. Oh yeah, they're numbered. So it's 172. Oh great, I got those mixed up. If you're an Indians fan, let me know. Might get rid of that. Alright, let's see. I got a bunch of these minis. Oops, sorry. Great moments in baseball. All of these will be worth something. Crazy. Alright, here we go. This is the ones that I was talking about for... I'm starting to go hoarse. These minis. And some of these could be worth quite a bit. These 86. Some of these people gave them to me. Some of them I traded for them. Now these puzzle ones I know can be worth something. Willie Stargell, the Diamond Kings. I never took them out to put the puzzle together. Because somebody may be actually trying to complete it. I don't know why this one's out. Oh, I see. It just fell out of there. A couple of them did. Isn't that cool how they would change things up with the baseball cards? I got some bigger ones here. Oh my gosh. The color on these Fleers. Oof. I hated that color of cards. Alright, I'll move this under here so you can kind of see. Bunch of Fleers in there. Alright, let's see what's in this other box. And then we'll once again, I pardon for all the huffing and puffing. Yeah, I grew up with asthma really bad, and then I was saying the other day that I had a really bad lung infection that dang near killed me in 2017. 2016 into 2017. What are these? 92 Donruss triple play. Man, I got a bunch of them in here. Holy cow. This may be a complete set. I mean, I can't even pull a card out of here. Look how tight they're in there. Jeez. Careful. Careful. I guess not a complete set, but I got a whole bunch of doubles if you need any. Klesko, Justice, Ken Griffey Jr. Jose Offerman. Look at all these Ken Griffey Jr.'s. Holy cow. I may be sitting on some good cash here, huh? Look at all these Joe Girardis. Biggio. And it's not a complete set. I've got a ton of them. Repeats. If you guys want any of these, let me know. Holy cow. That Ken Griffey Jr. one. A whole bunch of them, huh? So some of these I'd buy, some of them, like I was saying, I'd trade for them. All right, there we go. 92 Donruss. Let me see. I was out of high school by then. Oh, what do we have here? The old rally towel from the Cardinals World Series. I need to hang that up. But I kind of keep it in here for nostalgia purposes. All right, so we'll save those for the next ones. I can already see some little labels on there. All right, guys, thanks for the patience. And as I went another trip down memory lane, cool stuff. Man, boy, I sure did love playing baseball growing up. It just, wiffle ball. After school, throwing the ball around. All the time, we were just baseball, baseball, baseball. And when you smell, like, the gum left over, the gum's not in these boxes anymore, but you can smell it. It just takes you back to, like, those great memories, you know? And you look at your favorite players and your statistics, or their statistics, and you try to compare your own statistics to them, and man, I sure did love playing baseball. Now, I played a little bit older years, like some softball and different things, but it's just not the same, you know. When you're a kid, it just means everything to you. All right, thanks for hanging out with me through this video. Hey, until next time, I'll see you then. Let me know if any of these cards you're curious about, or maybe you want to buy some, or maybe even trade for some. Let me know. All right. See you guys later. Bye-bye.